It's week 2 of the 2023 season, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Chargers and the Raiders on Monday Night Prime Time.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And last week loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now it's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, down at the 31. Here's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On the give, this is Eckler, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now a give to Jacobs running right, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. That one on the money to Bourne downfield. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete here.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
To throw is Garoppolo. Slant to Adams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Forced out to his left. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. They've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here, Knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're at halftime here. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down, you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is going to go tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drop away.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jacobs going to try the middle. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Now Herbert following the turnover.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Play action. It's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chargers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to start one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. But with the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get it behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Things started off exciting. This one, a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit